friends. How are you guys doing? I hope you had a great weekend. I know I sure did. Got to enjoy cool weather outside. It's beautiful in the boot, let's say that. We have been, enjoying the outdoors, going out and sitting on our back porch for the first time in a few months because it's been so daggum hot. So I just had a great weekend, guys. Just got to relax, have a little me time, a little quality time with the fam, and now we are back again to talk about some movies. And I have watched a few good ones the past week or so. So thanks for stopping in, my friends. Let's get right into it. First off, we're going to be talking about Rebel Ridge from 2024, directed by Jeremy Saulnier. All right, or Saulnier. Whichever way you want to say it's fine with me. But anyway, so let's talk about Rebel Ridge. So this is a revenge action film, similar to things like John Wick. Not as cool as John Wick, but similar to things like John Wick and things like that, where it's like all about revenge. Well, in this, Spec Ops, Navy SEALs, Army Ranger, one of them secretive assassins, you know what I mean? He's he's trying to get his cousin out of jail because his cousin ratted on some big time gangsters up north. He's trying to get his cousin out of jail, and he's going to this jailhouse to pay the bail. He gets pulled over by some cops. Of course, modern day cops, what do? They're crooked as hell. So what do? They take his bail money. They tell him it's drug money. He's lucky he doesn't get shot or tased or beaten and thrown in jail just for being black, kind of thing. And then he goes about, he goes the right way. He tries to do things the right way. He goes about it the proper way to get this money back, right? Come to find out, these people are racist. They're bigots. They don't care. They're, they're crooked, dirty cops, like cops nowadays. And so he goes through all the rigmarole, winds up, some things happen. He's not able to get his cousin out. And that's when the proverbial caca hits the fan, okay? They don't know anything about this guy. They're looking up his license. They're like, oh, he was enlisted, and he's saying that he was in Iraq. He never left the country, blah, blah, blah. Turns out he's a badass that trains the badasses. You know what I mean? So Don Johnson's in this as the crooked sheriff, and man, I love it when he gets his comeuppance, boy. It is good. It is real, real good to see, because it's interesting to see, because in John Wick and things, you always see he's like this unstoppable killing machine. He just, gets stabbed, shot, blown up, disemboweled, drawn and quartered, poisoned, you name it, he's walking through it. Not a scratch, not an effing scratch on him, right? But in this one, though, the combat and the action is realistic. So our main character who gets his money taken is Aaron Pierre, right? He's an up-and-coming actor. He was pretty good in this. He was in M. Night Shyamalan's Old. That's the only movie that I saw in his filmography that I recognized. But he's our Spec Ops guy. He's our trainer. And just to see the actual application of hand-to-hand combat, not some stylized kung fu hop and chop 1970s Hong Kong flick action, hand-to-hand combat. This is like real, in my opinion. I mean, I've never been in the military, and I don't know about, all their techniques for hand-to-hand combat and disarming and all that, but I've watched enough MMA and grappling and jiu-jitsu to know what is real and what isn't, and the way that this guy handles, like the rolls and, stopping the guns, like people pointing guns at him and him being able to just, basically grab the gun, because he knows nobody's actually going to shoot him, kind of thing. And he just grabs the gun and is able to, keep it from firing and then disarm the guy, put him in a chokehold. And it's really, really cool to watch. So I thought, and also the gunplay is very realistic. It's not, we're shooting 45,000 bullets and never reloading, and we're, shooting through the glass of this car but not hitting anybody. Like it's real life applications of bullets. And I dig that because, you know, you shoot somebody, you shoot through a windshield, you're going to hit them if you're aiming in the right spot, kind of thing. And if you're shooting at their you know, grill of their car, it's going to mess their car up, kind of thing. So I liked the also their stances. Everything felt so realistic to how they would apply in the real world, because the cop stances when they're trying to shoot stuff very much like a real police, real army people kind of thing, you know, especially when they bring out their big guns for our final showdown towards the end. You know, these guys are clearing corners, hands on shoulders, execute kind of thing. So it was very believable. The action was believable and I liked it. The acting, man, it was good enough to make me hate the cops. Right? It was good enough to make me not like the police in this film. It was good enough to make me despise Don Johnson's character and a few others. I loved watching some of these guys just get the absolute dog doo-doo beat out of them by Aaron Pierre. I mean, these guys had it coming, right? And I love a good revenge movie where the bad guys get what's coming to them, right? They get exactly what they gave. Maybe a little more because they're bad guys. But I love a good revenge movie that does that. And this does that. I mean, you see, there's one guy who's a real piece of work, right? And I mean, Aaron Pierre tees off on this dude. And I'm like, yes, that guy got exactly what he deserved. A few bows to the face and some ground and pound. Yes, that's what he deserved. You know, so it's a very decent, it's good. It's a good action movie. I don't want to even say decent. It's a good action movie. I enjoyed it myself. I sat down and watched it. I turned my surround sound on because I knew there were going to be gunfights and stuff. And the sound editing was amazing. You know, the way that the guns sounded, the way the vehicle sounded, ambient sounds, all that sounded great. The sound editing was good. The score is awesome. We got Slayer, Metallica. I mean, we got all these cool heavy metal bands. We got some, you know, 90s pop bands. So it has everything that it had going for it worked. You know, was it a 5-star film? Absolutely not, because some of it still was eye rolling, like, oh my God. But for the most part, this was a solid action flick that I would recommend to anyone. It is fun. It's funny. It's got good action, a good story that really gets you involved and engaged. So guys, definitely check it out if you get a chance. It is streaming over on Netflix, and I'm going to give Rebel Ridge 3 out of 5 stars. It's above average, man. It's pretty good. So that's it for Rebel Ridge, guys. Thank y'all so much for stopping in and just talking with me for a few minutes about this cool flick. And as always, guys, please like and subscribe if you like the videos. And I'm going to keep making them as long as you guys keep watching them. Peace out, my friends. God bless you, and I will see you soon.